Hello, and welcome to this video lesson on run-on sentences. Okay, I am Miss Griswold, and I am your teacher. If you are my actual student, hello. If you are not, and you have stumbled upon this video and it is useful, I'm happy about that. Okay, I'm gonna make myself a little smaller over here. I think I'm actually gonna put myself maybe over here. Okay, let's get started. Run-on sentences. What are they and how do you fix them? Oh, sorry, my microphone wasn't near my face. Okay, now you can hear me. Okay, my run-on sentences, what are they and how do you fix them? So first of all, let me move you down here, face. What is a run-on sentence? A run-on sentence is when two or more sentences are stuck together as if they are one sentence. The sentence runs on forever. Another way to think of it is it's a sentence that runs on and on and on, right? It runs on even though the meaning has stopped, okay? So let's take a look at an example of a run-on sentence. Here is the kind of thing that I often see in papers. Distance learning is a new experience for all of us. None of the teachers know how to be online teachers. Most of students have also never taken an online class. We are all learning how to do this together. That's how I read it in my head. And you go, Miss Griswold, that's not what it sounds like. It sounds like this. Distance learning is a new experience for all of us. None of the teachers know how to be online teachers. Most students have also never taken an online class. We are all learning how to do this together. That sounds great. That's not what's written there. I noticed that you paused. Okay, I'm going to do those again, and I'm going to go like this every time I pause. Okay, and I want you to listen for the pauses. This is step one to fixing run-on sentence, is to read it out loud and listen to yourself. And when you hear a pause, I want you to ask yourself, is there any punctuation where that pause was? Then there isn't, there needs to be. Distance learning is a new experience for all of us. Punctuation. None of the teachers know how to be online teachers. Pause. Punctuation needed. Most students have also never taken an online class. Pause. Hear that? There should be punctuation right there. We are all learning how to do this together. If you want me to hear that in your head with those pauses, you need to put something there. Because without it, what I hear when I read this is, distance learning is a new experience for all of us. None of the teachers know how to be online teachers. Most students have also never taken an online class. We are all learning how to do this together. Wow. Okay. Punctuation tells the reader when to breathe, when to pause. Okay. So first, I read that and thought about where the separate ideas were. So I highlighted them in different colors. I'm going to read it now, and you tell me if you think I've got everything in the right place. Distance learning is a new experience for all of us. Okay, that's my red sentence. Awesome. Yeah, I hear that. Distance learning is a new experience for all of us. That's my first idea, that it's new to us. Second idea, orange. Sorry, it's very similar to the yellow. None of the teachers know how to be online teachers. So that sentence is about the teachers, how they don't know what they're doing. This is truth. We don't know what we're doing. Okay. My next sentence is yellow. Most students have also never taken an online class. That sentence, that idea is that students don't know what they're doing. This is new for a lot of you. And finally, my green sentence. We are all learning how to do this together. Okay. So I really have 4 ideas run together with one period. Okay. This is what I need to fix. So the first thing to do is to read it out loud and listen for the pauses. And you want to notice those pauses are what separates each of the ideas. Okay. I could even put in here maybe like a pause symbol. Pause. Okay. Let me try this one more time. Okay. I'm going to pause this really quick and put those little pause symbols in there. Okay. Don't go anywhere. Okay, we're back. Ha. And I added some pause symbols. It was a good idea. So we're reading it out loud and we're thinking about where are the pauses, where are the ideas separated, right? My first idea is that this is new. My second idea is that teachers are confused. My third idea is students are confused. And my fourth idea is we're all in this together. So there are the pauses, right? Those are my pause buttons. There's where I heard my pauses when I read it out loud. Okay. Now, the first way to fix a run-on sentence is to add periods. So if you look at the end of my red sentence, I added a period. Distance learning is a new experience for all of us. Period. Awesome. All right. So I added a period right there. Feeling good about that. But don't forget your capital letters after a period. Okay. So then I add my capital letter. None of the teachers know how to be online teachers. So now I have my next idea. I need to separate the orange from the yellow. So this one, I'm going to do a little differently. I'm not going to add a period in every one. Maybe that's too boring. I could do period, period, period. I could have put a period right there, a period right there, a period right there. That would work. But I'm ready to mix it up. I'm going to add a conjunction. A conjunction. That word right there, and, is a conjunction. So wait a minute. What is a conjunction? Conjunctions are the words that glue ideas together. I found these pictures. They're free online. Conjunctions are like puzzle pieces that join together. It's also like the glue in sentences. Okay. Those of you who speak Portuguese or Spanish, juntar in Spanish, junta in Portuguese, right? To join. Use those, and con together to join together. Those of you who speak a Latin-based language have a nice little advantage here when you see a word like conjunction. Conjunction, con in Portuguese, con in Spanish, junto, junto, conjunto. It brings things together. How amazing is that? Here are some examples: because, when, so, but, and, then. So they connect two ideas. Okay. So let's look back here. I decided to connect none of the teachers know how to be online teachers with most of the students have also never taken an online class. But I can't just stick those together. They need a word to join them, like glue. And the word I chose was and. Because we're experiencing similar things, students and teachers, and we're all a bit confused, we use and, right? If they were different, I might use but. If one causes the other, I might use so. I think those will become more logical as we practice these more. But I used a comma and. But notice here, there's ready to stretch. So that's a conjunction. I used and, good. But wait a minute. Here's a stretch. If you are using one of these words, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, which spells fanboys, then you need to use a comma before these. Okay. Now this is a stretch. If you are new to conjunctions, if run-ons are a challenge for you, let's take it one thing at a time, right? If we can just get those run-ons fixed, but commas are the things that go before these words, right? They're like helpers. They're helpers. Okay. So if you're connecting two ideas using for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, fanboys, and being the most common one, you put a comma before it. Notice these commas here. Okay. Example at the bottom here. I really love ice cream, but I'm allergic to dairy. Okay. Notice that I have but connects two ideas. I love ice cream. I'm allergic to dairy. This is not true. Thank God. I love me some ice cream. Okay. So I really love ice cream. That's its own idea. I'm allergic to dairy. Its own idea too. But I want to join them because they're related. So I use a comma but. Comma but. I had a student last year draw me a picture of somebody whose butt is made of commas. Get it? Comma but. Okay. If that helps you remember it, I'm happy. Next one. My mom took my phone away, so I can't FaceTime with my friends. We have two ideas here. My mom took my phone away. I can't FaceTime. How are they related? One caused the other. So I use the word so here. That's my conjunction. That's my joiner. That's my glue between my two ideas. But I can't do just the word so. I have to put a comma before it. And notice there's a space after a comma, but no space before a comma. That's a little thing, but it's helps your story look more beautiful, more polished. Okay. So let's review really quickly because this is a lot. It's a lot to take in. One way to join two sentences that don't have anything between them is a comma and a conjunction, a word that is a glue word. There we go, glue words. And if you're using for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, you definitely use a comma. Okay. So let's look at another way. Another way to fix a run-on sentence is to add another type of end punctuation. End punctuation is different than a comma. A comma is a mid punctuation. It doesn't end a sentence. It comes in the middle. An end punctuation, the most common one is periods. The other ones are question marks and exclamation points. I thought I would use an exclamation point. Let's mix it up. Let's mix it up, right? I think this calls for one. So let's look at how it reads now. Distance learning is a new experience for all of us. None of the teachers know how to be online teachers, and most students have also never taken an online class. I said it that goofy way because I put an exclamation point, adding a little energy to it. And then finally, we are all learning how to do this together. Don't forget your capitals. Remember, you got to capitalize that W. Don't you forget. Don't you forget. Okay. So let's take a look at this before and after. Can I hide my face over here? Here we go. There I fit. Before. Distance learning is a new experience for all of us. None of the teachers know how to be online teachers. Most students have also never taken an online class. We are all learning to do this together. Well, I can barely keep up with that. It's so much happening in one sentence. Now let's look at it after. Distance learning is a new experience for all of us. Breathe. None of the teachers know how to be online teachers. Short breathe. And most students have also never taken an online class. We are all learning how to do this together. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm reading it. It sounds to strangers. It looks and sounds to them the way I want it to sound in my head. And then we have done our job. So let's review here the steps to fixing a run-on. Step number 1, read it out loud and listen for when you pause. That's a call for some punctuation. 2, separate the different ideas. Figure out where your ideas begin and where they end. Then use periods to separate different ideas, or use commas and conjunctions to connect ideas that are related. So periods are separators, conjunctions are joiners in showing relationship. Okay? I feel like conjunctions are like this guy. I bring the two hearts together. And then finally, always read it out loud again. If there is a pause in your voice but no punctuation, it may still be a run-on. Okay? So you want to listen. Oh, wait, I paused, but I didn't put anything there. There's no little mark. Then you need to go back and fix it. Okay. Thank you for watching my video about how to fix a run-on sentence. I wish you so much luck fixing your run-on sentences. They're very tricky. But once you learn the connection between a pause in your voice and punctuation, it all gets easier. And those rules about commas and conjunctions, they come with practice. Okay. Step 1 is to figure out where one idea starts and the next one begins. Okay. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.